So in the plane scale, what we do is we measure two consecutive units, two side-by-side units we'll measure in the plane scale. But sometimes what happens is we need to measure three consecutive units. For the three consecutive units, plane scale is not feasible. So that's the reason we use diagonal scale. Here we use a diagonal principle in order to make the third consecutive. So already we have the main division. This main division we are dividing into subdivision. And this subdivision we are again dividing into sub of subdivision. Total 3 consecutive units we need to measure by using this diagonal scale. So main unit, subunit, and further division of subunit. So total 3 units we can measure. Example, meters. Meters is the main unit. If I divide the meters by 10, it will become decimeters. If I divide decimeter by 10, it will become centimeter. Okay. Suppose if you take kilometers, 10 to the power of 3 meters. If you take 10 to the power of 2 meters will be hectometers. 10 to the power of 1 meter will be decameter. So continuously 3 consecutive units we can measure by using this one. So next will be yards. Yards are divided into feet and feet are divided into inches. Okay. So like this consecutive units you will be making. So this is the main unit. So in the plane scale, if you want to divide, you can directly make meters into decimeters. But in this diagonal scale, we have to divide decimeter again into 10 equal parts. Whatever may be, suppose if you assume this is a 1 meter scale, this 1 meter scale I'm dividing into 10 equal parts. And this is 1 decimeter. We assume that this is 1 decimeter. This small is 1 decimeter. And this 1 decimeter also we have to divide to 10 equal parts. This 1 decimeter also we have to divide into 10 equal parts. How to divide these 10 equal parts? We'll be learning in the diagonal scale. So in the diagonal scale, it uses the diagonal principle. So with respect to this diagonal principle, we'll be making the divisions. Okay. So here we'll be learning the diagonal principle. So as everyone know, the diagonal. So this is a diagonal. By using this diagonal, we'll be dividing. Okay. So suppose if you say that this is a 1 centimeter. Example, if you say this is a 1 centimeter, can anyone tell me where is the exactly half centimeter? This is a point A and point B. If I want to locate exactly half of this centimeter, what is the value? AB equal to 1. AB distance equal to 1 centimeter. And if I want to locate half of the centimeter, AB by 2. If I want to locate AB by 2, what is the value?
0.5.
0.5 of AB. If I take 0.5 of AB, I'll get half of this one. So it will be at the center. So similarly, if I want to take 0.1, it will be somewhere here, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5. Next 0.6, 0.7, 8, 9, and AB. Okay. So if I want to divide this one, I need to make this division. However small my AB is, I need to make the division. So that's the reason I will use the diagonal principle. So in the diagonal principle, what I do is I'll take a vertical line. And I'll mark the end point as C. So generally, if it is 10 distance, suppose AB, I can divide into 10 equal parts. Meters into centimeters, it is 10 equal parts. Suppose if I want to make feet into inches, then I have to divide it into 12 equal parts, depending upon your problem. Suppose in the problem, they say in terms of metric units, then you have to divide this BC line into 10 equal parts. You have to divide this BC line into 10 equal parts, and you have to join A to C as a diagonal. If you consider ABCD as a rectangle, you will be ABCD as a rectangle. You will join C to A, which is a diagonal. Now what you do is, this is my 9th point. This is my 8th point. This is my 7th point. This is my 6th, etc. So what I do is, this is my first point. So what I do is, after drawing the diagonal, I divide this one into equal parts. Then what I do is, I'll join this one till here. I will join this one point to here. And if I make the vertical line, if I draw this vertical line, then this distance is 0.1 of B. Then from the 2, if I join this one and if I make this vertical, then this distance is 0.2. This complete distance is 0.2 of AB. So that is the diagonal principle we follow here. So first take AB of one subunit, this subunit. Already we have the main unit. After dividing the main unit, we get the subunit. AB, we get the AB is the subunit. For this subunit, if I want to divide further divisions, I have to take equal divisions of 10. Any length you can take, and by using the dividing a line method, you can divide it into 10 equal parts. After 10 equal parts, I have to draw the diagonal. This is my C point. I have to join this A to C. If I join 1 to 1 dash, I have to join this one. Draw the horizontal lines to all the diagonals, connecting the diagonals. Then I have to join this to 1 to 1 dash. And if I draw the vertically, this distance is 0.1 AB. If I join this one, this distance is 0.2 of AB. Similarly, this distance is 0.9 of AB. Similarly, this distance is 0.5 of AB. You get exactly half distance. So this is a diagonal principle. And this can be asked as a 2 marks question. Explain the diagonal principle, they can ask as a 2 marks question. So any doubts, you can unmute and you can ask in the diagonal if you're not understanding. So this is the distance. Already you have the main is the 10 divisions. Already you have made the 10 divisions. This small distance is AB. Out of the small distance AB also, you draw the vertical line and you join this one side. This is your height. This is any length. So this is any length. So based on this any length, you have to divide into 10 equal parts. And suppose this is my point 1. So I project my point 1 here. And if I project here, this distance becomes as 0.1 of AB. That is the main principle we are following here. Okay. So watch the video once. So here I'm drawing a line AB. Then divide BC perpendicular, divide BC to 10 equal parts. If it is a metric, you have to divide 10 equal parts. If it is a feet to inches, then you have to divide 12 equal parts. Then give the divide 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then you have to join AC, A to C. This is a diagonal for the rectangle ABCD. AC is a diagonal, and extend the lines. And after extending lines, with respect to 9, it will be 9 dash. With respect to 7, it will be 7 dash. With respect to 2, it is 2 dash, 1, 1 dash. Okay, these are the similar equal triangle. And if you measure 1 to 1 dash, it is 0.1 of AB. If you measure 0.5 to 5 dash, it is 0.5 of AB. That is the main thing. So if you take 1 by 10, it is 0.1 of AB. Okay, 1 to 1 dash distance. If you project it, same thing will be projected here. 1 to 1 dash distance is a 0.1 of AB. Okay, 9 to 9 dash is a 0.9 of AB. This line is 0.9 of AB. Okay. Yeah. Okay. 5 to 5 dash is a 0.5 of AB. Okay. So we use the same principle in this our example. We use the same principle. Okay. So if I want to divide the smaller length, how small may be this one? If this is a smaller length, I'll divide this line into 10 equal parts. Then I'll join this one. Then I join this one. Then I can divide this AB also into 10 equal parts. That is the beauty of engineering drawing. How small may be the line, you can divide into 10 equal parts. And you can measure the sub of subdivision. Third division, third unit you can measure. Okay. Yeah. So this is only for the short answers. It cannot be asked for long answers. If they ask, explain the principle of diagonal scale as a 2 marks, they can ask. So whatever I explained in the video, same thing. First draw the AB line, then extend the any length, divide this vertical line into 10 equal parts, then draw the diagonal. Generally, I take this distance, any distance as 50 mm, so that if I divide 5 mm, then I can get exactly 10 divisions. Generally, I take any length as 50, so that it is convenient for me. I'll divide into 5 mm, 5 mm, 5 mm, so that total will be 50 mm. I can easily divide into 10 equal parts. Okay. Then join this distance. 1 to 1 dash will be 0.1 AB, and 4 to 4 dash will be 0.4 AB. That's the main concept we follow here in the Indian drawing. Similarly, the same thing has been given here. Okay. So construction of diagonal scale. So those who are practicing the plane scale, it is a continuation of the plane scale. So after drawing a plane scale, you have to convert that plane scale into diagonal scale. Okay. So here what we do is, first construct ABCD completely. You have to construct a plane scale completely. Construct plane scale completely. So what we do is, first one will divide into some equal parts. Example, first one I'll mark as 0. Next 1, 2, 3, and 4. It means that I have divided this LOS, length of scale, into 5 equal parts. I have divided this LOS into 5 equal parts. And AD, this is my A point, this is my D point. The height of the rectangle, I am making it as 50 mm. In the previous plane scale, I am taking it as 5 mm. But in the diagonal scale, I have to take 50 mm, because if I want to divide DA, then it is easy for me to divide. It is applicable only for metric units. If I want to divide into 12 equal parts, suppose I want to convert the feet into inches, then I will take this height as 60 mm, because it is easy for me to divide into 12 equal parts. 5 mm, 5 into 12, it is 60. So if I'm converting feet into inches, then I have to take the vertical height as 60 mm. If I'm using metric units, all the metric units are division of 10, so I can divide it into 10, make it as 50. So each division is 5 mm. Okay. Next one, take 1 unit. So already this is a rectangle you have created. Example. So you are dividing into 10 equal parts. So this 10 equal parts I'm making. This is my 1 unit. This is my 1 unit. I need to join this point. This is my 0th point. This is my 0th point. This is my first point, second point, third point, fourth point. So what here I have to do is, I have to divide the same at the bottom also. Divide the same regions at the bottom also. This 0 has to touch the 1. And you have to fix your drafter. When you are rotating, you have to fix your drafter. With the same angle, this 1 has to touch the 2. This 3 has to touch the 4. This 4 has to touch the 5. 5, bottom 5th number has to touch the top 6th number. Similarly, bottom 9th has to touch the top 10th number. That is the diagonal scale I'm drawing for that rectangle. Okay. So take 1 unit and mark the end point as EF. Then divide 0F line into, and divide OE line into divisions of subunit, and draw the horizontal lines for rectangle. Then draw the vertical, write the sub of subunit on the left side vertically. On the horizontal line, represent the distance to be measured as PQ. Okay. At the bottom, you have to write. Okay, so I'll be showing once again. So this is a complete explanation. So what we are doing is, this is my scale. This is my first division, 0. Then I'm dividing all the points. Don't draw the vertical lines in this scale. So what are this one? Next, I have to make, this is the division. Next, I have to divide this into 10 equal parts. Then I have to draw all the horizontal lines. Then what I do is, 0 will be touching the first point, and the 1 will be touching the second point, and the third bottom third point will touch the fourth point at the top. Bottom fifth point will touch the sixth point at the top. Bottom 9th part will touch the 10th point at the top. Okay. Then here, so in the plane scale, what we do is, here we write the main scale division. Here we write the sub unit of the division. Here in the vertically, you have to write the sub of subdivision. Suppose this is meter, decimeter, centimeter. So you have to write centimeter as vertically. And here you have to write LOS. What is the LOS? Same formula. Whatever you are using for the plane scale, same. You have to find the LOS formula, RF formula. You have to use the same thing. And here you have to write 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, same thing, and you will be joining. And suppose if you want to measure any distance, so how to measure the distance is, suppose I want to measure 2.45 meters. Example, if I want to measure 2.54 meters, in the plane scale you can measure only 2.4 meters. You can't measure 2.45 meters. So what we will do is, so from here I will highlight 2, 0 to 2. So 2 meters will be completed. From the main units, I will be taking 2 meters. From the decimeters, I will highlight this 2. This is 0, this is my 1, and this is my 2. Okay, this is my 2, and this is my 2, and this is my fifth value. Where this fifth value is touching the point, this is my 2, and this is my fifth line. Suppose this is my, I have divided to 9, 8, 7, 6 like this vertically. So between these 1 and 2, so I want to measure 4, 5. So this is my fourth point. This is my fourth point. On this fourth point, where it is touching this point, fifth line, where this fourth inclined line is touching the fifth horizontal line, that is my 45 decimeter. 45 decimeter, or that is the value. So 0.45 meters, that is the value. So I will be highlighting this line. So this line I have to mark as, here I have to mark the letter as P, here I have to mark the letter as Q. So bottom, one more line I will be writing here, and here I'll write PQ value. PQ equal to 2.45 and 45 meters. I'll be writing here. I'll solve the problem, then you'll be understanding once. Okay. I'll solve the problem, you'll be understanding once.